But you've only got 3 yellow cards. What's up with you?
Yeah, obviously I get a lot of stick for that on social media and around the ground, and even the sponsors night last week. I get a lot of stick from people, and I say I'm only on 3 now. Do you know what I mean? I've calmed down a little bit, so I like to think I'm a bit more controlled in my game. Obviously, I've still got that aggression about me. That'll always be there, but yeah, just hopefully keep the numbers down. Yeah.
Joking aside, you have to be, I think, aggressive and on the front foot and keen to win the ball back. Is it something you've been keen to do in a controlled way after all the previous sort of disciplinary stuff?
Yeah, of course, I've always wanted to do that really, but it is obviously hard. The game's changing year by year. I'd say different referees have different levels of leniency, so it is a tough one. I just think, obviously my aggression is never going to leave me game. I've always been told, don't ever let that change. Like, you can if you need to get brought off, you can get brought off. But I want to be playing games. I want to be influencing the team, and I do feel a lot more controlled and a bit more maybe relaxed this year going into games. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I'm a bit older, a little bit wiser. I feel a bit more relaxed going into games. Yeah, but once I cross that white line, I've still got that same level of enthusiasm and desire to win for the team. Yeah.
Do you think a level of responsibility brings that as well? Because although you're by no means old, you've got a bit of experience, you've been here quite a while. I guess with a lot of different players coming into the side, there perhaps is a bit more onus on you.
Yeah, there definitely is. Yeah, like you said, I'm not one of the... Well, I'm not the oldest in the squad, but I am one of the older ones, if you like, because we are quite a young side, and I feel like I've got quite a lot of games under my belt, and I feel like I like to think I can speak sense to the lads and help the younger lads through. Like I was speaking to Sonny yesterday just about different games and different moments since I've been here, and when he said he was only 19, I was a bit like, bloody hell, I'm 25 next week, like getting on a bit compared to them. Yeah.
Is that something you've quite enjoyed? We talked to Donald Love last week about maybe not directly giving feedback to players, but being able to give a bit of advice and just be sort of helpful to them round the players. So is that something that you're enjoying? Yeah,
definitely, and obviously it's my 4th season here now, so I feel like I know the place well. I know how the club works, I know how the fans work, and I know what they expect. So yeah, you do like to make sure everyone's on that same page, and if anyone's like sort of stepping out of line, I know the Seamus, Sean, Faz, Donald, they will tell them as well. But if I see anything as well, you can just try and help them to... I don't think anyone's a bad egg in the team, if you like. It's just maybe sometimes you could just step out of line, a little bit of disrespect at times, but all the lads in there are great, and everyone wants to stick together. Yeah.
How much of this game's played between your ears, in your brain? How much of it is psychological, and how hard is it when, like the last couple of games, you have the setbacks that you faced and you don't win games that you feel like you should have done?
Yeah, it is tough. Like, obviously it was happening at the start of the season. It happened a few times in different games, and that was tough to take, but obviously we got that confidence after getting that first win, and it sort of spiraled from there. Then that we've been progressing up the table a little bit, little by little, and yeah, the confidence is flowing through the team. We seem to have found the formula that seems to be working, so we've tried to stick with it. But obviously the last 2 games, maybe just like a little bit of, I don't even know if it's complacency, because you say the other night we were 2-0 up and I felt quite comfortable. I think we all felt quite comfortable, but it's once that first goal goes in against, and the crowd gets up, you got a bit of momentum, and I still felt like we were going to hang on, and I don't think the organisation was wrong, I don't think the setup was wrong. I just think it was, he struck it in with his weak foot from 30 yards, and obviously you can always say, can one of us block it, can one of us stop the pass that gets there? But it's just one of them, you just got to go again, and obviously we're going to a tough place tomorrow in Bradford, and they'll be there in their numbers, so yeah, we've got to stand up to it again and just go again and do what we've been doing.
How do you stop it being a thing? How do you stop the next time you're in that situation, you're going, oh, we didn't do it last time, we didn't see the game out?
I think it's a tough one really. I just think you've got to remain composed. Obviously it's a high pressure situation, you all know they're on the pitch, like you can start snatching at things and clearing balls that you could maybe bring down. I just think you've got to be show a bit of composure and trust yourselves in what you're doing. Obviously still turn them, make them face their own goal, slow the game down a little bit, which I did think the other night we did do quite well. We had it in the corner flag for a bit, and I thought we're gonna be all right here. We're going on to win this, and it just didn't quite happen for us, and I think that's just football sometimes, unfortunately. You just got to, you can't let that get you down for the next game and let that play in your mind. You just got to be full steam ahead and go to beat Bradford, yeah.
It's clearly not all about the forward players, because you had a run of keeping clean sheets and that's played its part as well. Would it be fair to say that the best performances, the best results this season have seen you take your chances as well as keep that back door locked? Because even Wimbledon the other night, there were more chances that perhaps weren't taken.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, obviously you want to try and put the ball in their goal as much as you can and keep it out your own end. And you know, like you look at the Chesterfield game, I'm not sure how many clear-cut chances we had, but we scored 3 goals and put them to bed, and everyone's going on, oh, such a great performance and that. We didn't have loads of the ball. They had maybe the odd couple of chances themselves and we kept them out, so you just need that little bit of luck as well, and that desire to stick together and keep the ball out your net. But putting chances away is definitely, it gives everyone such a lift, even when you know, when a team scores against you, like I said the other night, Wimbledon, and you get that goal back, it just gives the whole place such a lift. And you know, you've seen it happen here plenty of times where we'd be down a few goals and that goal goes in the crate and then start to sing even louder, and you just feel like we're going to go and score again here. So.
And Bradford, obviously away at Valley Parade, means a big home crowd. It's a pretty hostile place to go. Is that something you quite enjoy?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it. We haven't really had many conversations in the team about whether some lads enjoy it. You know, there's a lot of young lads in there, so some probably thrive in it, some maybe a little bit more nervous, but I definitely enjoy it. I like getting the opposition crowd frustrated. I like hearing the mumbling and the groaning when, you know, we're on top, and it gives you that, as much as when the fans sing at home and you feel like they're supporting you and you're on top, when you can hear the away fans grumbling and groaning, it gives you that lift again, like feeling like, yeah, we've come to your turf here and we're frustrating you, do you know what I mean?
It's a classic thing that we always say, isn't it? You know, silence the home crowd when you go away from home, but do you feel like it can go past that? You can sort of annoy them to the point that it becomes a problem for the home team? Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, you can use it to your own advantage. Like, I know at Chesterfield, their fans were getting on their back a bit when they were keeping the ball around the back, and you just think like, yeah, keep doing this. This is good. Like, we don't need to do anything different. We need to just wait for them to give us the ball back, and you know, we'll hit them on the break, and that, luckily on that day it did work. And sometimes that might not work. Sometimes you do have to meet your own support, away support, which they're always great. I know there's not always hundreds of numbers, but you can always hear them. They're always loud and they're always there to support you. So we want to give them some goals to cheer about too, yeah.
And we hear a lot about style of play and DNA and passing the ball and XG and all this stuff. Is there still a place in this game for being horrible?
I think so, yeah. I do think so. You know what type of player I am. And I know opposition teams don't like playing against that. You know, like, sometimes I think teams come in and they probably think Accrington are quite a horrible team. Yeah, we can play football, yeah, we can turn teams. I think you've got to have that mixture. And I think when a team's coming here a bit threatened, thinking, oh, he's horrible, oh, I don't like playing against him, I thrive on stuff like that. I like hearing that, and I think, right, I've already got you before the whistle's gone. So as long as I do what I normally do, I can outdo you in this game.